Morning. I think I mentioned in the last video, I spoke to Jay. He wants a bumper bracket placement done really prior to him having it. So I'm going to tackle the back first, and looking at this side, it's quite tidy. Obviously that needs to go here. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just make up a panel that goes across here with a little bend in with two brackets, I think. And then basically the other side has been messed with a lot. It's a bit crusty there, so we'll clean that back. See how much metal's left in there. Somebody's taken a drill to this to drill out a little square. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. So that needs tidying up. Obviously this hasn't got the fuel filler neck on this side, so this art's just been welded up solid here, which you can't do on the other side because fuel filler neck goes up here, so we need to tidy that up and again bring it down to here. Again, I think I'll just make a panel up and weld it on. And I ain't scared of taking the grinder to this at the moment because it's going to be welded, so we'll start tidying it up and see where we get. Let's see how much metal's left in that there, because it's a bit crusty, man. So I might have to weld a bit of piece in there, tidy it up. We'll have a look, see how we get on. See you in a bit with progress. Look at the mess. It's why I hate fabricating jobs. Look, welder's out. About to use it on setting 1 today, which is quite rare. It's on 1.2. Basically, just built this bracket out. Comes round, but the problem I had is it needed supporting on the top, and all this is filler, and I don't want to dig back and back and back into the filler. That's for the body shop to do. So I managed to get a piece on the top, just so I could have that lip there, look, so it supports it. So if you look at that, that's going nowhere. So that's the original line, and that's the line I got now. So yeah, the bumper sits on that nicely. So yeah, excuse the mess. Obviously, body shop will tidy that back up. But I think what you got about 1.5 inches there, and 2 inches. You got 2 inches at the top, 1.5 inches at the bottom. So it tapers down because the arch goes like that on the bumper. I'll put the bumper on and show you. There you go. There you go. Bumper now meets the wing. It's not going anywhere. So that's where the bumper's going to sit. A couple of screws in there, and then what we'll do, build this bumper up like they did on the original, so it comes across there and tapers in nicely there. But that ain't going nowhere. So that's one side done. Like I said, that's full of filler, look. But I had to grind that back to a degree to try and get some weld in there for a 1.2mm plate to go in, because I needed to tab it up, or else that, because it's come out so far, will just be pissing in the wind, you know. It wouldn't have any rigidity to it. So now that won't go anywhere. We'll drill a couple of holes in the back of it, in that plate, when ready, and yeah, put the screws in. I think there's a screw. There's one there, and one there, but we can put them where we want really. So a couple of screws in there will be sound. Probably only need one. Yeah, probably only use the one screw. Can't see it needing two. Put one in the top there, maybe one there, and get rid of that one there. Yeah, man. One side done, one side to do. Well, I'm doing this video a bit backwards because I want to show you what I've made there. But I'll put the bumper on at the moment, so I thought I'd show you the bumper on. So I'm going to bolt it back on after. So there you can see it's loose there, but that's can't go in any further than that, and it's nice with the body line there, look. So I bolted it on because I wanted it to sit at the right height as well. So it sits nice across there. It needs lifting a bit on this edge, I think. But in there, look, sits nice. Again, ignore that. It's just where I ground all the into the filler a bit, like. But what I might do, because I don't want to space the bumper out that way to get rid of this lip, because I like the way it fits on there. So what I might do is just get the body shop to just to round that edge off. Yeah, I might just round the edge off there, just that corner bit. Where you can see that where it comes out a bit. I'll just round that off, tidy that off. Same on both sides. Just there, look. Just round that off because it sits nice there. And to get rid of that, I don't want to cut it like we're cutting the front, so I don't want to space it out at the back. I think it sits quite nice where it is there. So that's the bumper on, and I'll show you what I made. I regretted showing you that side light because I'd already etch primered it and put some black on it just to tidy it up, but I'll show you what I've done on this side. It's 2 secs. Oh, there you go. So basically brought it out another 2 inches at the top again, 1.5 inches at the bottom. Put that recess in there basically for the bumper. See your fingers go in there, look. So the bumper tucks onto that there, but that holds it tight again. Filler, lots of filler in there, so to get a piece up there was an absolute pain in the bollocks. But that's on there. I haven't filled that hole in that hole yet. The reason I haven't done that and that, this is it was quite thin on the edge, so what I haven't decided what to do at the end yet. I might put a plate over all this, get rid of these 2 holes because they're unnecessary now. Yeah, so I might just make up a plate and put a plate there and tidy that, because like I said, we haven't got it on this side, we haven't got holes on this side, do you know what I mean? That's where the hole is, and that's where the hole is on that side. We haven't got them. But we got some nice solid brackets now for the rear bumper, and the rear bumper sits nice, so yeah, I think I'll put a plate on there and there. But the bumper's on, do you know? So I'll do that maybe tomorrow. But not today, I'm knackered. But now we've got, I mean, I can hang off that. I mean, that's not going nowhere, man. You know what I mean? And all we do is put a hole there and a hole there for the bumper. Show you what I'm on with next, 1 sec. Oh, I was watching Rob Darm, is he? Strip down that V12 rotor engine. So look.
Get ready to be blown away by our military grade flashlight. Imagine a lightsaber that fits in your pocket.
Look at that. V12, well, not a V12. 12 rotor engine, not a V12. It's a more of a. It is a V, but it's got 4 on the left, 4 in the middle, 4 on the right. So it is a V. It is a V12, I suppose, but it's 12 rotor. It's the bollocks. So yeah. Anyway, waffling now, I know, but yeah. Right. See that gap there? Remember I told you, got to cut down here basically to shorten where the escort bumper goes. I need a light on. Yeah, it's better. Bit of light. Even though it's sunny out there, look. Need a light on to show you. But basically, that's which hand? This is a Mark V lens. put that in the gap there. This isn't what this car's having, this is just showing you what fitment this car has. Basically, if you look, even the Mark V lens is longer than the wing, look. So it wasn't a poor fitment thing. Basically, it's a poor panel work thing, because these are not just Escort Cosworth wings bolted onto a Mark VI. If it was, that would be there on a Mark V Escort Cosworth. But you've got a gap there. So I was contemplating cutting that, bringing that down, but then I thought, we're building the bumpers out at the back anyway, so what I might do is get the morettes built up. Oh, see that headlamp there? It don't fit in that gap there. In a million years you're getting a standard Mark 6 headlamp in there. This is in the way, and the wing's built different. I was going to show you, I don't know if I can be arsed. But yeah, that gap there, I might build the bumper up, because we've got to cut it there anyway. So I might get the bumper built up to fill this gap. My mate's got an F2 with fiberglass arches, and Kieran, he's brought his fiberglass down. Yeah, I don't know whether I want to cut that wing, you know what I mean? I don't know whether I want to cut the wing, we'll see. I think I'm just going to build the bumper up around it, but we've got to lose that gap. So, but I'm going to put some tape on here and cut this, so it shows where I need the front brackets to be. Because I've got to do the same on the front with the brackets, because take that light out. There's where the bumper's got to be, and there's the bracket. But it's got to come out as well. So what I might do is just yeah, because what I've got to think of is the bumper's going to be lower, isn't it? Yeah, do some head scratching, but how best to approach that one. Bear with me. Cheers. Afternoon. As you can see, Wilder's back out, and we're back at pissing them out today. I've had to put the lights in to show me where I wanted the bumper to be. As you can see there, look, nice that's where the original bumper bracket is, and that's where my modified one is. I'll show you exactly what I did. So basically, the profile of the bumper, I was going to chop, I thought I was going to chop like 1.5 inches off the bumper all the way down, but I'll show you why I didn't, because all I've done is chopped 1.5 inches off the bumper at the top, brought the top in, but kept the bottom of the bumper where it is. And there's a reason why I've done that, and I'll show you. But what I've done with the bracket, brought it out, same profile as the bumper. Can you see it's wider at the bottom, thinner at the top? And then just brought it out the side here, in the same profile as the bumper. So it's just tacked on at the moment. You don't need anything more than tacks, do you know what I mean? But I will run, not a bead, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a load more tacks in there. And then some seam sealant over the top just to protect it. Etch prime it, seam seal it. But that's not going anywhere, you know. It's only to hold the bumper on in place. And I did see people have used cable ties in the past to hold the bumper on and stuff. So we'll cut that off. Don't worry, all this will be addressed at the body shop. All this bits and bobs, but yeah, man, that's been modified front brackets. So not as complicated as the rear ones, but still took a little bit of head scratching on how best to approach it. But I'll show you what I've done with the bumper. 1 second, I'll put it on. Right, bumper's back on. It's only finger tight with nuts at the sec, but that's where I want the bumper to be. As you can see, there's always been a gap there, and I'm going to address that gap by building up this bumper like we're going to do with the rear. It's never been done, there's always been a gap. Was contemplating cutting this, but I'm going to leave that alone. We'll modify the bumper. But what I did, because the bumper sat out that far, look, I've cut it so that'll come in, and then obviously there's our new bracket. So that'll sit nicely in there. I haven't cut the top off because that's where I want it to be. We'll build that up. Something like that. Once we've built it up, and it'll be out as well, nice and wide. Going to get rid of that gap there. So it's not as big as it looks there, but we're going to get rid of this gap here. Yeah, and I'll show you why. Straighten that up. Basically, I wanted to keep that bumper there. I didn't want to take it out anymore. Let me get some tape and a tape measure, and I'll show you. 1 sec. Right, taped it up to show you where I want it. So basically, the bumper will come around there. That's where I want it. We'll profile the bumper up and out a bit to sort of fill this area here that was never done originally. But the front bumper was modified, obviously, but not to my liking. Wasn't finished to my liking. But as you can see, I've kept the bumper profile the same. Well, exactly the same on the bottom as where it's moulded to be, but I've cut the top in. And the reason I've done that is because if you look, the wheels are not centre to the arch. You'll see this on a lot of Cosworth replicas. They're using Cosworth arches on a Mark 5, Mark 6 shell. But these are Cosworth arches, sort of. But they're, for today's conversation, these are Cosworth arches. But I'll show you the issue. If you measure, there on a Cosworth arch, you've got 6 3/4 inches, right? So that there is 6 3/4 inches. What's this? Standard Mark 6 is 4 3/4 inches. See that? Not even 5 inches. So that there is 2 inches, literally 2 inches thinner than that one. So for argument's sake, that's 2 inches wider. Let's say 1 3/4 inches, for argument's sake, wider. Look at the gap you lose. That's where you lose your gap at the back, and you create a massive gap at the front. And you get that on replicas. And what they did on the later F2s is they used billet, basically, bottom arm setup, so that you could move the wheel where you wanted it. But this standard bottom arms, only adjustable slightly in and out for camber. They're not adjustable forward and backwards. And looking at pictures, it's always been that way. It's never had adjustable arms that I can tell. Yeah. So this is my way around it. That's it for the minute. I'll finish welding that one up. Wait for some seam sealer to arrive off eBay. Hopefully today or tomorrow. Get some seam sealer on there. Weld that rear tray in. Seam sealer that. And I think that's me done. I think. Jay can have it down at JM Details then, I think. Yeah. Then he can obviously, this is just me getting things where I want them. I'll show him what I want doing with this. and he'll do his plastic welding down here, get this profile really nice. He'll probably take this off altogether actually and refit it so it's got a nice profile. But that's body shop work. Not my job. Cheers. Back again. It's Friday now, last day of the week. Waiting for some under seal to arrive because I need to put the fuel tank back on. Starting to think about ways of tidying up this engine bay before we put an engine back in it. I think something for the back there. I'm thinking of getting some rattle cans of the Porsche pink to do inside the scuttle down there. This is just black plastic here, so I've just put some heat reflective tape on it for now, just to tidy that up. Silver, I've got some gold stuff somewhere, it's quite thick, but that's all I can find today, so I'll put that on for now. I'll do the same on that side eventually. And clean up that brake servo as well. Yeah, that's the back end. Sorry, that's the front end, I'll show you the back end. Oh, back at the back end. RS Jamie logo's got primer on it at the minute, just so you can't see it as well, but that's welded in. Seam sealed in, seam sealant over the welds. So obviously we don't want no CO carbon or whatever coming back into the car, any exhaust emissions. So it's welded, seam sealed, gone mad on the bottom with seam sealant. Well, I always do because you buy this stuff and you put it on the shelf thinking, oh, I've got half a tub left. It sits there for God knows how long. You go to use it and it's rock hard, so you might as well use everything you've got in one hit. So not too mad on the top. Put some tape around so it's nice and tidy. But on the bottom one, I just plastered it. I'll show you. Right. It's not as nice and tidy as it is underneath. I've ordered a load of black underseal. I'm gonna black underseal the complete floor because Jamie's going to use it as a road car, needs some protection. So we've got like bare areas of paint and stuff up here, no protection under the tank. So before the tank goes back on, I want to black underseal it. So I'm waiting for the underseal to arrive. But there you go. Like I said, been a bit generous with the seam sealant, but gotta be, ain't you? Oh, underneath the boot plate is two 20 with 20mm box tubes, just to give you a bit more rigidity in that back panel so we get no wallowing, no echoing and that. I know it's bead welded and that, but it's not bead welded in the way of adding strength. It was just, well, it does add strength, but yeah. Load of seam sealant up there now, some box sections, and black underseal the lot this weekend hopefully. Tank back on, and it's ready for the body shop. Yeah, I think I'm done. So hopefully the next videos will be of Jay at the body shop, because he's got a fair bit to do. He's got to work on the rear bumper, the front bumper, tied up these side skirts on that side, on that side there. To tidy up the side skirts, he's got to tidy up the bonnet vents, treat that, tidy up the boots. He's gonna paint the cage as well. The cage is gonna be repainted. Can't see it from down here, but yeah, green, it's green. I'm gonna repaint the cage, probably tidy up a couple of those welds. You know, there's 3 bars that go down the back. Tidy them up. What else? Yeah, Jay's got to do the bumper as well, because obviously where we did the cutout for the exhaust, he's got to get rid of the old exhaust cutout there, so getting rid of that. Tidy that one up. Oh yeah, build at the sides of the front, plastic weld that for me. He's got his work cut out. So yeah man, let's get it out of here, and hopefully next time you see it, be at the body shop. Cheers. No, I'm back again before it goes to paint. Reason being, fuel tank's back in. Reason it's back in is because no more underseal stone chip hasn't arrived, but I have found a tin, one tin, it's in the bin now, of stone chip. So you have a look under there, it's all nice and black now. So needs another coat really, but that's one coat. At least under the tank has been addressed now. So under the tank, it's no longer bare metal. And tank's back on, filler neck's back on. Everything's looking sweet. And this now, the back box, I can see where I want to mount it because I've got a crossbar that I've put in there. I can use to put two hangers on, one each side. But I might just wait till my mate Gareth comes, you know, the Rusty Speed Shop. He's got a friend who's looking to do, I want a titanium back box, or titanium tailpipes minimum. So I might get him to do a back box mounting, you know. But at least now we've got somewhere we can mount the hangers to decently, and we haven't got a spare wheel well in the way, because literally you've got 2 inches there to play with under there. There's not much room. So yeah, that's it. So unless that undersill turns up today, which I doubt it now, because it's getting on. What time is it now? It's 5 o'clock. I doubt it now. So before it goes to paint, I'll finish off undersealing the whole car, black stone chip / undersill, whatever, and we're done. Cheers.